Everybody, if this is Deborah Korn from Print Media Center, welcome to a webinar on a new app called Subscribit. It's really cool. We have Frankie and Jay here, and we're just going to get right into it. So Frankie and Jay, take it away.
Great, thanks, Deb. Hi, I'm Frankie Gray, and I'm VP of Business Development at Subscribit, and am super excited to share with you this new app and what push notification is to kind of help everybody understand from a mobile marketing aspect what the value of this type of marketing channel is bringing to different businesses, as well as how it's helping really connect and drive a new type of customer engagement to their audience. So, and then also on the line is Jay Maharaj, who is the CEO of Subscribit, and the two of us will kind of give you an overview of what Subscribit is, as well as talk about some of the marketing applications that are going to benefit your business, as well as how to better engage with your customers. So real quickly, before we give an overview of Subscribit, let's just really talk about what push notification is. From a mobile marketing standpoint, you know, there's been the use of QR codes. There's also been the use of text messaging, SMS, and short codes. Push notification is something that's app-specific. You receive a pop-up dialog on your phone that alerts you to a new message. If you have an update to an app that you have on your system, it's a permission-based mobile communication channel is really what that is. And that renders directly on your smartphone and allows you to receive and drive a call to action that you may want to respond to. And that call to action can be sent to you in a variety of ways as far as the rich media that's embedded in some of these pushes. And we're going to go through and be able to show you some of that. So maybe what we'll do now is just give a quick overview of what Subscribit is, and then we're going to talk about some marketing applications that would be applicable to your business and your audience. So with that, I'm going to just turn it over to Jay, who's going to help walk us through what push notifications are within Subscribit.
Okay, great. Thanks, Frankie. My name's Jay Maharaj, and yeah, we're excited to introduce this. We're about 7 to 10 days off from publishing the apps, having them available in store, and I'll just give you a quick walkthrough on what Subscribit is from a consumer perspective, as well as the tools that will help businesses engage in mobile marketing more easily. So what Subscribit essentially is, it enables any business to jump into mobile marketing. It's a single app that allows consumers to manage all push notifications. They can, through the app, set their interest level in a business or in a type of or a certain aspect of a business, and select how they want that communication to be received via the app, whether it's through the dialog box that Frankie had mentioned right directly on the phone, or into an inbox, a Subscribit inbox that they can browse through after the fact. The great thing about Subscribit, it achieves a lot of what text marketing does without being invasive to consumers. It doesn't require any private data. The consumer simply downloads an app, and they can then pick and choose which businesses they want to receive communication from without providing an email address or a cell phone number or those sorts of things. So the point of Subscribit is to create a better user experience and a more private user experience. They're able to browse through and connect with their current interests through the app, and I'll walk you through some of the screenshots as well. Frankie's controlling things, so I'll just go on to onto the next point. So essentially, when you launch the Subscribit app, from a consumer perspective, you're going to have 3 core options, one being your notices. So those are notices from businesses that you've subscribed to receive communications from. You'll have the second link there, the subscription. So that's the ability to view and see the businesses that you're subscribed to. So you can, change different settings based on how you want to receive those communications. And then the pond itself, and that's the ability for the user to go in and look for, businesses based on, geolocation in their area, or, certain categories, or even just direct searches to find, organizations that interest them. So first step, if they were to go into the notices, they would receive a list of all the notices chronologically, and they could resort that list based on the company or the category, or ones that they've marked as favorite, or even search through their notices. So what it does, it sort of consolidates all that information. Right now, with things like text messaging or even email marketing and Twitter and so forth, things get lost, and this puts the app user in control of that in a central spot. If they were to click to view that notice, it's going to lead into some mobile content that is designed by the business, and Frankie's going to touch into the admin itself and show you how the push notification and the content is created. So you can reach that content either via the app by clicking the view button, or you would get the bubble, the dialog box, and be able to continue through into that content. The second piece within the app is My Subscriptions. And same sort of concept. When you go into My Subscriptions, you're able to see a chronological list, who you've added in, recently, sort those by company or category or favorites. And if you're to click to go into one of those subscriptions directly, it'll give you a brief overview of that business. It'll let you manage your subscription to that business. And that could include certain aspects of the business, as Frankie will touch base on when he gets into the admin. As a business, you can define yourself into different channels. So you might want to, specify, events, or speakers, or product sales, those sorts of things. And the app user is able to not just subscribe to your business as a whole, but to particular channels that you create, and thusly helping you more effectively distribute your message to the app users. If you want to go into the next one, Frankie. From the business standpoint, what Subscribit enables you to do is jump into mobile marketing. What we've found from our experience, push notifications is becoming a more commonly used technology amongst the larger brands, and we want to integrate that and create consumer efficiencies all around. So by bringing in a single app, what we're able to do is build on a better consumer experience, but also provide a platform that engages all businesses. So they're able to utilize this technology, reach a new marketplace, and benefit from push notifications without having to incur the expense of developing their own app, and B, trying to market and build that subscription base to their app. Subscribit's got a lot of built-in tools to help you build your subscriber base within the system itself. And you're able to quickly and easily create notices, schedule notices, connect in rich media content, so you can direct those notices to new product videos, or for certain industries, restaurant reservations, or audio files, direct purchases, event registrations, and you have control over that content that those messages reach to. As far as your subscribers, again, you're able to not just have business or app users subscribe to your business as a whole. You're able to define your business into various channels, and app users are able to then subscribe to the channels that interest them most about you. As far as statistics, you're able to get an in-depth look at what's being received, what's being opened, and what's being interacted with, and everything's geolocation based, so you're able to get an idea of where your app users are coming from if you're a national business, and what sort of channels they're interested in based on the subscriber numbers, and then what sort of opens and interaction with content after the fact. And with any new technology, building that subscriber base is core to getting your message out. So we've built in a lot of tools that help facilitate that and make it more easy for businesses to grow their audience. And within the solution, there'll be the ability to link in your social media. So, for instance, when you send a push notification, that message can be connected into your Twitter and your Facebook and LinkedIn feeds as well. You're also able to import your current email marketing list, and that'll send an invite out to all your list members into the Subscribit app and to connect into your subscription channel. Each business is assigned a unique QR code. Up until this point, businesses have been using QR codes, for a lot of different things. This is a targeted way to use a QR code. It's something that can be incorporated into print material and posters and POS receipts and so forth. And when scanned, it'll identify if that smartphone device has the app. It'll automatically subscribe them to the business. If the smartphone doesn't have the app, it'll automatically download the app and then subscribe them to the business. And there are a number of other tools like adding the timeline to your website, integrating the QR code on the desktop site as well. So as someone's browsing your desktop site, they could scan your site again to subscribe to your app. I think that covers that, Frankie.
Okay. Well, maybe what we'll do now is I can go and actually show what the platform looks like. So before I create a notice, let me just talk about a few marketing aspects that push notification is bringing to different audiences. So right now, we're speaking with people in a variety of vertical segments, everything from convention trade show, associations, charity nonprofits, franchise businesses, both retail and restaurant. And the value of what push notification brings is really the deep relationship with customers and allowing those businesses to re-engage them, with a message. And one of the statistics that Jay pointed out to me earlier today is that on average, from a mobile aspect, people receiving an email take on average about 90 minutes to respond to that email, as opposed to a mobile communication like push, 90 seconds. So, the alert, the notification of that call to action is received very quickly, and it's also has the opportunity to get that user to act much more responsively to whatever that offer promotion message would be. So those are some of the things that really make this different. And one of the questions that I get is, well, what about Twitter? And we sometimes do notifications or alerts via Twitter, and that technology, you tend to get lost in the scroll, as I call it. So there's a lot of clutter within Twitter that's not very relevant to that message or to that offer. So things get scrolled through fast, and sometimes the content gets lost, and the meaning of the message would get lost. So this message is not only real-time sent from the minute you hit send, as redundant as that sounds, but that message then is right there. It's received on that device, and the user would have the option to either receive the alerts independently every time an alert is sent, or it would get sent to an inbox, as Jay mentioned earlier, for later viewing to decide which alerts you would want to take action to. Just to show you very quickly, so this is how you would go and create an alert to send to a customer. Your channels would be set up here. And get to, there we go. So here's what the interface would look like. This looks very familiar here, and you're going to see real time what the subject you see here that the subject populated the push notification box. Once you get into typing the content, once you set up your account, your brand, your logo, your image is automatically at the header of every push notification. The interface here is very simple, similar to what you would see in Word in creating a document. But from here, we're able to have a variety of font selections. And again, as you type, you're seeing, the text here. Now, from here, we would also be able to incorporate another image if you had a design that was created, a special coupon, image to anything, as well as incorporate some of the rich media aspects of incorporating video, all that real-time content. In fact, some of the applications for rich media people are using to promote new product launches. Maybe it's a how-to video on a do-it-yourself type application. Making interactive content, movie houses and film production companies are using it to promote movie trailers. So all that can be embedded here. And to confirm the push, we go to the next, and this allows for some additional social media aspects and tying into other feeds that you would be able to incorporate as well. One of the other, oops, wrong slide deck. Sorry about that, folks. There we go. So one of the other things I wanted to emphasize was, the use of, the channel. Channels allow your user to really subscribe to what they want to receive from you. So, for example, if you're a commercial printer and you have litho as well as digital capabilities or web to print or whatever that is, those offerings are going to be part of the channels via your when they download the app. So that way your customers and audience can then select what it is that's relevant to them that they would like to receive from you, which makes these types of messaging very, very specific in what you push out to them. This way, when you have the notices that go out, you're not just sending one message that fits all. You're able to use those channels in sending appropriate content, appropriate messaging, specifically to those interests that they've selected from you and receiving. One other, and I apologize, I don't mean to be jumping around here. One other aspect of the app that I didn't show you was the analytics page. So this is an example of some of the information that you'll be able to receive, how many new subscribers you receive that month, total subscribers, unique visitors within a time frame. You're also able to schedule future pushes. So if you wanted to set a push for a specific event, you'd be able to set up that push and then alert the platform as to when you want that push to go out. And from there, that would automatically be sent to those channels at the appropriate time. Jay, was there anything that I missed that you felt I should cover?
I think you touched on everything that I would have went through. Absolutely.
Okay.
The key, I guess, is just creating a simple way for businesses to engage in this technology. It's a free solution for obviously for the consumer side as well as businesses. There are some premium options to start creating more engaging content and so forth. But it's a simple way to jump into mobile marketing.
And one of the things that we'd like to offer the attendees today is a free 1-month trial of our premium subscription service. So that will be sent out to everyone that's attending today, and you'll be able to kick the tires, see how it works for your business, be able to send out communications, and really see the value of what it can bring in a better customer engagement from your business to your audience. Oops, I'm sorry there. One of the other, just to help give you some more examples of the communications and the conversations that we're having with different vertical segments, we've gotten a lot of interest and traction from trade shows, conference, and meeting planners. As an example, show management is able to use the app as a tool to be able to send out communications and notification to the entire attendees of a show. That's to promote sponsors. That could be to promote speaking events. It also allows that show for any of the exhibitors to also be able to use the app and send out communications that allow traffic and drive interest to their booth space, to their product, why to visit, why to have a conversation. So it's another way to engage, the audience of those shows as to how to better understand, learn about a particular brand or business. Same with restaurants, franchise, retail opportunities, working with a local retailer that wants to send out push alerts based on clearance items, and that's based on the channels that people select, whether it's male or female fashion or a specific type of fashion, but they're able to get instant alerts as to when those items or when those products are going to be out on clearance for people to come in and take advantage of those offers. Restaurants are using it to try to drive business during slow periods or in between the peak hours. They want to offer a specific, maybe they want to offer a specific coupon for a free appetizer just to fill table space. The advantage to the push is that, again, it gets it real time. You can define a time allowance, come in between 2 and 5, and receive this. So not only is there benefit to the user in getting that information, but to the business to be able to promote and try to drive traffic during slow hours. Also the same concept with an auto repair shop that I'm working with. They have available mechanic time. When they're doing their slow periods and they're re-engaging customers that have had recommendations to repairs, and they're saying, hey, we've got this time available, and they may offer an additional labor discount for customers that come in during those hours that they've defined to, again, try to keep business full and the mechanics busy and try to eliminate some of those downtimes in during that. So, and one more example as far as associations and professional groups. This is a great way to really promote charities as well, special events. whether that's a local fundraiser, maybe there's a speaking event, but it allows, for reminders either day of, previous day that, again, are going to be very specific in either driving attendance to a specific event, driving just interest as to what that event is. And one thing that I didn't touch on yet is the ability for these landing pages or these push notifications to be able to collect data as well. You can incorporate survey functionality, ask people for their opinions in collecting that information. You can collect demographic information as well from an opt-in type opportunity. So although the app is generic in that it does not collect anything, that does not mean that you can't engage with your audience to ask them specific information that would be beneficial in you collecting and managing within a CRM system. So that's the other important aspect of really what you can do with this technology and this platform that I've seen others starting to develop as well. So I think, Deborah, there's some questions that are coming through.
Frankie?
Oh, I'm sorry, Deb. There you are.
Again, sorry. Yeah, there was just a question about wouldn't it get confusing like at a trade show for attendees and who would be responsible? And I replied that like each exhibitor would be responsible for their own notifications, and it wouldn't not be confusing to an attendee because an attendee would, unlike Twitter where they see everything, they can choose which exhibitors or which groups or organizations they're interested in receiving messages from. That is correct, right?
That is correct.
Okay, great. And the next question is the next question was whether I'm going to be using it at Graph Expo, and the answer to that is hell to the yes. I think this is the most awesome thing in the world, especially since there is no current way to let people know when, for example, speakers are starting. There's no like giant schedule board. So short of somebody following the Twitter stream, which is again hit or miss that you happen to see it at that time. I mean, I love Twitter, but it's not a targeted thing. It's right. it's meant to be a big net. It's not meant to be a direct message like that. So of course, unless you send direct messages, but still you have to be looking at it. So with that being said, yes, I plan on going on a mission to get as many people as possible to download the app and to subscribe to Print Media Center so that I can send this out.
Yeah, and the other point that I'd like to make in regards to trade shows, Deb, is that once someone downloads the app, even post-show, so as people subscribe to different businesses to follow, even post-show, now those businesses have collected, current customers as well as maybe some potential new audience members that are becoming aware of their brand. But now you can continue to receive communications from that brand as long as you're following them. Same with, if you take it up a level to show management, they're able to promote, future shows, related shows, early bird attendance or registration. Again, what's the pertinent aspects of this channel being, more preferred over other channels? So, I mean, if we think about multi-channel marketing and really what that means, of course, we're always going to have the standards, but mobile is still the fastest growing ad channel out there. So how do people harness the understanding of how to best use it? And push notification is really the newest kind of, I'll say, state-of-the-art technology, because other mobile channels kind of hit their peak and kind of took a nosedive. Other channels were intrusive, like SMS and exposing your cell number to be collected. So this really is something that I think is going to shift the industry as far as being a more popular medium to reach out and engage with your customers. That, again, is convenient and it's direct, and it has great results in being able to track that behavior and understand your audience and help drive people to your brand,
Right.
through the app.
So someone just asked, this will only work if people subscribe. Who will push people to use this at the show? Now, I mean, everything only works if people subscribe. People need to follow you on Facebook. I mean, they need to follow you on Twitter. They need to join your groups on LinkedIn or connect with you. I mean, we live in a share, connect, follow world, so this is no different as far as that is concerned. Yes, there's only a little time before Graph Expo. I mean, anybody who knows me knows that I will go on a mission to get as many people as possible to download the app because I will be using it. But if another company is going to be using it, they need to get their audience to follow them. I can't, promote it, do it for everybody. But in my booth in general, Frankie will actually be there helping us, and we will have the ability for people to, when people come to the Printerverse, we will try to get as many people as possible to download the app from there as well, so that we can tell them about things coming up. Now, if you take advantage of the free offer here to do a premium subscription, I believe that's 16 messages, right, Frankie?
Correct.
So you'll have,
yeah.
Okay, for the month. So let's just say you decide to use your 16 messages at Graph Expo. So, but if as long as they download the app, Frankie, if I get people to download the app and their company is set up, they can still choose to follow that company as well as the Printerverse, correct?
That is correct. And to make it easy, and Jay, you can chime in here if I didn't explain this right, but once you become a user, you'll be able to create a QR code like I have here up on the screen, which you can then send out to your audience, that when they download the app, it automatically subscribes them to your business. So that way they're not having to search for you. When they're executing this QR code, they're downloading the app that is attached to your Subscribit account.
But in a general term, if I get, let's just say I can get 300, 400, 500 people to download the app. Anybody else at Graph Expo who's using, as an exhibitor, using the system, those people could subscribe to their information as well, correct? So in other words, we're all in it together. We can all pool together to get people to download the app.
Yeah, and that would be
we'll create we can create a group for Graph Expo. Right. So basically, how the group sort of page works. If you look at this third page, or sort of third phone image on the current slide here.
This one right here.
Just back to where you were. Yeah. So this would be a typical page for a business, their subscription page. What would happen in the case of Graph Expo? There'd be a big button that says View Our Exhibitors, and when that's clicked, it does a filter, and it looks at the businesses that are associated with that event. So it's going to list everyone that is participating, that has an active account. So as an attendee, it makes it nice and simple for them to pick and choose now which businesses they want to engage with during the 4-day span of Graph Expo. Also, what happens is on the business page, so say your page, for instance, Deb, it's going to have member of the group, and it'll have the Graph Expo icon or little badge there as well. Mm-hmm. So if they're directed to your page itself, they're able to then connect back into Graph Expo and explore the other exhibitors as well. So we really try to interconnect all you guys.
Beautiful. And we'll work together to make sure that it's as user-friendly as possible. You know, I realize we don't have much time before the event. We sort of, you know, stumbled upon our paths crossed at this crazy point in time, you know. You were launching, and I have an event coming up in 2 weeks. So it was, I know we're trying to sort of, you know, get this all together and make it happen. So, but for everyone, you know, interested and at Graph Expo and exhibiting, we're going to try to make this as easy as possible, get as many people to download the app as possible as we can. And the best part is that if they're already subscribing to you after the show, you can still communicate with them. You just need to either not use all your messages or go into the next month. And if I'm correct, gentlemen, you can always use this app for free for life, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So what we want to offer everybody is our premium subscription that allows for a lot of the rich media notifications, that allows for all the channel setting and groups, so that you can experience what that is, and you know, again, kick the tires in sending out a notification and helping, you know, make your audience aware of what this new communication channel is for your business. And if at the end of that trial, you know, maybe you don't feel all the bells and whistles are necessary, you know, you still have access to our free model that you'll still be able to send out X amount of pushes and still have your brand, you know, still have your brand out there in front of your customers and sending those out.
Right. I guess I was just trying to, you know, make sure that everybody knew that it wasn't like you were going to get people to download this app and then sort of be like, have to subscribe to this in some manner so you don't lose your followers. We're not trying to do a bait and switch. You can still talk to them after the show, just less messages a month, basically,
Yeah.
and different types of, you wouldn't be able to embed a video, for example, right?
Yeah, so basically there's three versions. It's very inexpensive technology. The free package lets you push 2 notifications a month, unlimited subscribers. And then the next premium package, there's a $20 and a $40, and they you know, just provide a higher volume of push notifications, 8 and 16 respectively,
Right.
and you know, some different content options as well.
Cool.
But yeah, you know, if you look at the show as an opportunity to sort of build that notification base, and you're continuing to connect with these guys after the fact, and it really streamlines your communication going forward, especially if you create some channels, and you know, it cuts down on the clutter that people deal with, where,
Right.
you know, if they're subscribing to a particular aspect of your business and they receive a notification in regards to that, they're more likely to view and act on that offer, as
Right.
opposed to, you know, maybe just overlooking it because, you know, maybe 1 in every 5 things are relevant to them.
It's also a great conversation to strike up at the booth itself. You know, like if you're interested in this one machine over another, or this one technology over another, or this one product over another, you say, great, you know, sign up for Subscribit, click on that you're only interested in that thing, and that's all we'll talk to you about.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It could even be for your, you know, booth draw, or, you know, things like that, to communicate who, you know, the winner is, a way to sort of build that.
Someone asked if your slide presentation will be available after the webinar.
Sure, of course. Yeah, we'll get that to you guys so that can be distributed.
Okay, and we'll have a replay too. I'm just not sure when. Are there any other questions?
I think the other thing that we'll just let people be aware of is, and Jay, I guess probably in about a week's time, they'll be able to look for the app in the iTunes store as well as the Google Play for download. Is that correct?
Exactly, and we'll communicate via Deb when that download is there.
And everything's free, correct? Free to download, free to attend, you know, use, or it's free, right?
Absolutely. And then for everyone that attended today, Deb will give you a code that you can provide. And if they feel they need more than a couple push notifications in the free package, we thought for the event they might want to, communicate speaker schedules and things like that, have a little bit more volume for that period. So we'll give everyone a free premium account that'll facilitate that sort of, communication level for the trade show. And they can, choose, how they want to move forward after the event.
Okay, so someone just asked a question, it says, just to be clear, with the free account after Graph Expo, would we still have the other 2 push notifications left, or should we wait for the next month? And I believe I know the answer to that, which is from the time they sign up, they have 16. If they use the 16, do they need to wait to the next month to get the next 2? I think is the question.
Correct. Yeah. So on the date that you create your account, that's when your number would be sort of refreshed. So say you created on the 13th of the month and you sent a push notification on the 20th and 25th. On the 13th of the following month, if you're on the free plan, you would again have 2 notifications.
And what if somebody used their 16 at Graph Expo and wanted to re-up again? Could they sign up for a premium membership at that point?
Yeah, absolutely. We have higher volume accounts as well, and again, it's very cost effective. The 16 push notification package is $40 a month, and then there's steps up from that, and we do have enterprise solutions as well.
Awesome. Any other questions out there? Okay, it doesn't seem so. So thanks so much. I'm so glad that we met Frankie and Jay, and thanks everyone for attending. As soon as the app is available, you guys will have first shot at it, and then we'll release it to everybody else. Here's a good one. What about investment opportunities with Subscribit?
Jay, I'll let you handle that one. Hello?
Is Jay there?
Yeah, sorry, what was that, Deb?
People want to know about investment opportunities with Subscribit.
Investment opportunities with Subscribit?
After my 50%, what's left? No, Malik.
After pretty much nothing, just a shell. Yeah.
I wish I had 50%. I wish I had a percent.
There currently could be. They can connect either via UDEB if you want to, pass along that information. We can
okay. What's next? How do we go forward? I think we just wait for the app to be ready to be downloaded and take it from there, right?
Yeah. So from this, Frankie will put together the slides so you guys can, review further, and we'll communicate with you guys over the next, 7 to 10 days. Obviously, it would have been nice to have this, 30, 60 days prior to Graph Expo. We do think it's a fantastic event and, very applicable to, the exhibitors during the show. Just being the timing that it is, that's just, the nature, I guess, and there's not much we can do about it, but we'll work to deliver, and make sure that you guys have a great technology that you can implement.
I mean, if you think about it, you have a year head start till Print 13 to get an audience going on this, which is pretty awesome. Last question, are we talking worldwide use, for example, in the United Kingdom?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no limitation to where it can be used. We're working through translations, and we'll be introducing international options this fall. But absolutely, like in the UK, it could be used right away as well.
Okay, great. All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining us. If you have any questions, you can get in touch with me, and then I will put you in touch with these guys from Subscribit. And Chad from Explore and Explore International, thank you so much for letting me hijack your webinar platform. Bonus there. And I think that's it, Chad. I think you need to make Chad the presenter organizer again. And then and thanks everybody for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thanks Deb and Chad for organizing things on that side. We really appreciate it.
Thank you again.